This video is for you if you have to rest a lot when you're surfing. If you get out past the break and you gotta sit and catch your breath for minutes, you're missing waves because you're too gassed out, and you see all those people around you, the great surfers catching wave after wave. How do they do it? You gotta be able to recover fast. And the main thing is adapting your body to process oxygen more efficiently. I call that oxygen efficiency. So when you have this much oxygen, you can do this much work with it. And it's all by changing your body. All the things I'm gonna teach you, you can start today in training. Let's get started. All right, number one is nasal breathing. So when you breathe in through your nose during exercise, it really elevates the CO2 in your blood. So it's gonna give you a strong urge to breathe, but it's gonna adapt your body to that. So when you're surfing, you're paddling, you're duck diving, you're exerting yourself, you're gonna have high levels of CO2, and that gives you a really strong urge to breathe. So adapting to yourself to that in training will make it not a shock to your body once you're out there in the ocean. So if you've never done it before and you first start doing it, and you're only nasal breathing, you'll get the urge to mouth breathe. You'll have a desire to do it. You have to fight it off. So even if you have to stop working, stop and just stand and recover to force yourself to not mouth breathe, you're doing it. That's the biggest part of it. So you don't push yourself until you start mouth breathing. You push yourself until you can't, and then you stop, and then you recover nasal breathing only and start again. And so at first, it's gonna feel like you're starving for oxygen, but it changes quick because it's the optimal way, and your body adjusts to the optimal way. Because you give it its optimal environment, it wants to go towards that. So it starts changing your body quickly. So you'll start noticing you'll be able to get through your workouts entirely without any mouth breathing, and that will reflect greatly in the ocean. All right, number two, and so we're talking about the fundamentals here, nasal breathing and then belly breathing. So if you aren't breathing deeply with your diaphragm, you're only filling your lungs part way. So this is something called inverted breathing, where if you take a big inhale, you puff up your chest first, and then your belly goes in. I had it, tons and tons of people have it, and to reprogram it, you have to do it in training. So conscious repetition of belly breathing. This is a big problem, is even if you have that, and you're on your board paddling, laying on your belly, there's no way you're filling your lungs completely. So you'll never be able to recover quickly after you get up past the break and all that stuff. So repetition matters. So in exercise, there's an inhale and an exhale. So every inhale, make your belly get bigger. Every exhale, you flex it. So that's conscious repetition. So when you're exercising, you're getting hundreds, maybe thousands of reps in every single week, and it'll take you thousands to probably reprogram it to make it a subconscious reflex. So when you're out on your board, paddling out, it happens without you thinking about it. You're automatically taking as much oxygen as possible. You'll never be efficient with oxygen if you're taking a half breath. So this is mandatory. And number three is low oxygen training. This is the ultimate adaptation tool. So it's training your body to do more with less oxygen. So if you think about, you have like your regular workout, let's say you have your regular routine, it's like a kettlebell exercise, it goes like 10 minutes. If you add breath holding into that, so let's say you started a deficit. So you hold your breath on an exhale at the beginning, do as many reps as you can until you have to start breathing, then start breathing normally. So you're beginning that workout with less oxygen, you're having to replenish while exerting yourself. So your body's figuring out ways to process oxygen more efficiently, get it in greater quantities in your breath, distribute it better with your heart, absorb it better into your muscles. So all those things are getting optimized by giving yourself less and doing the same workout. So let's say you're doing that 10-minute kettlebell workout and you're breathing the whole time. Now if you're breathing this much of the time, your body's taking this much oxygen and doing this much work. That's ultimate oxygen efficiency. It's doing more with less, making every single oxygen molecule go farther. And that's our superpower, adaptation. Humans can survive on any continent, any food, any environment, any climate, because we adapt. Our physical bodies actually change. And that's what we're doing here. So we're simulating being on a planet that would have low levels of oxygen. So when you get out to the water and you're breathing and you come up for those precious breaths, you're out past the break, you take those breaths, your body takes every single molecule and distributes it fast. And that's really what the recovery time comes from. So it's getting the oxygen where it needs to be as quickly as possible. And that's really where the recovery time really takes a big spike. And so talking about adaptation, there's some finer points. So at the end of an exercise, when you are done working out and you're going to recover, your body will be very hungry for oxygen. So it's gonna tell you, taking as much oxygen as possible. This takes discipline, but you have to stay hungry for oxygen. So after hard workout, you feel like heaving, take tiny sips of oxygen. tiny baby ones, stay super hungry for oxygen, fight the urge to take giant inhales because it's gonna draw out that adaptation. So again, you're limiting the amount of oxygen you have, so you're forcing your body to adapt so it processes that oxygen more efficiently. So then again, when you get out to the ocean, paddle up past the break, tons of duck diving, you feel spent, pop up on your board, take a couple deep, full breaths, it's like boom, it's like suddenly you're filled with oxygen, your body knows what to do with it, it spreads it out quickly and you recover fast. So that's what we do in training. Now the final piece, and this can't be overlooked, so we're talking about adaptation, but there's a dark side to adaptation because you also adapt to sitting on your phone, sitting at the office, on the couch, all that stuff, right? So the biggest way to keep you on the positive side of adaptation is routine, habits and routine. So being able to do this stuff every single day. We can create at-home training systems to allow you just to do that. So we have a huge focus on simplicity and convenience. So it's really simple stuff, polished essentials, and then convenience. Can be done at home, time efficient, 20 minutes a day. You can have all the oxygen efficiency in the world and stay on the positive side of adaptation. So it doesn't matter what your situation is. We got doctors, lawyers, pilots, guys that work on ships, parents, every single situation you can think of, someone who's very time poor can fit these routines into their lifestyle. So you can always have high level surfing. When those crazy swells come to town, you'll know you have the oxygen efficiency to safely make it out past the break, catch a great set wave, and do it over and over for hours. And that's what we provide. So if you're into that kind of thing, and you like these kind of tips, you like breath training, you like surfing performance, you love catching waves, you'll probably be a good candidate for our Waterman Elite program. So works like this, it's by application only. So cool thing about doing that way, it's only filled with the most passionate people. It's community minded, it's all at-home training systems. You get to work with me and my team. So if you're interested in that, there's a link below here. Click the link, there's a video. Watch the video, it explains our complete process, how we take anyone, any country, any shape to the high levels of performance, show you how we do it, and then at the end of the video, it'll explain to you how you can get involved if you wish to do so. So click that link, and hope to talk to you soon.